Hello? Hello?
Podcast Network Asia.
Happy Monday, everyone! Welcome to Kwentuhang Pilipina, a podcast and community that aims to be a safe space for you to listen to our kwentuhan with different Filipinos around the globe for their inspiring kwentos. I am your Sunshine Cleo, the founder of Hiraya Pilipina, and your host here at Kwentuhang Pilipina. For today's episode, we have Marlina Carlos. She is a freelance actress, activist, and content creator. You may know her for her substantial and inspirational content on TikTok or have seen her in commercials on TV. In today's episode, we dig deep on her journey as an activist and advocate of women's rights. Also, I am mentioning a trigger warning for this episode. There are mentions and stories about sexual harassment and sexual abuse. Anyway, without further ado, here is my kwentuhan with Marlina. I hope you enjoy this one.
Yes, sige.
Ayan. So, kamusta ka naman ngayon, Marlina?
Okay naman. I don't know. I'm disoriented kasi nga yun. Tapos, my laptop is updating pa and like, talaga, no? Ngayon mo pinili mag-update kung kailan kailangan kita.
May gano'n. Oh my God, it's so nice to finally meet you kasi lagi ko lang nakikita yung TikTok mo sa FYP ko.
Ikaw din. Yeah.
Super love. Thank you, Marlina, for your time and for agreeing to be here at Kwentuhang Pilipina, a podcast and community that aims to be a safe space for our listeners.
Thank you also for inviting me. Kinilig ako when I saw the email. Sabi ko, wow, I'm so touched.
Thank you. So, Marlina, we usually start our podcast episodes with a little icebreaker. So, yes, you're gonna play Never Have I Ever. Alam mo naman siguro yun.
Sige.
Okay, let's get it. First, never have I ever thought that I will create motivational content on TikTok.
Anong gagawin ko? Iinom ba ako?
Sabi mo lang kung I have or never.
I have.
Okay. I feel free to expound din, ganyan, if you want.
I really, the story behind that was I had COVID and I was in quarantine.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna go crazy. No, it actually, COVID is mentally like challenging talaga, the experience, being so, I'm not used to being isolated for that long of a time. And, being, alam mo yun, yung lahat ng kailangan mo, ipapake mo. Alam mo, yung ipapakiusap mo sa ibang tao. Medyo nakakaano siya for me. I felt a little, alam mo yun, parang ang hirap pag hindi mo controlled. Or ako, I felt that way. So, I had COVID that time and I was on quarantine. Tapos nanood na ako ng TikTok. And then sabi ko, sige na, mag-ano nga tayo ng random thoughts natin dito. Since parang I was always looking at TikTok and I was like, okay, it's dancing, it's na parang nagda-dance-dance din ako, gano'n. Parang sabi ko, parang what makes me ba? Parang I thought na parang, ang dami mong puda, ang dami mong iniisip. Sige, sabihin mo na para, maybe, diba? It helps someone.
Yes, and it does.
Well, okay, thank you.
I see. Yeah, super love ko rin ang TikTok, honestly. Ang tagal din no, bago ako gumawa ng content sa app. Kasi parang, TikTok. Pero, oh my God, TikTok is really great. It's a really great app. Oh my God.
Totoo.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more catered to everyone. Parang, I feel like everyone's more free. You don't have to be like picture perfect, ganyan. Na parang kaya nga there's no word na TikTokable, diba? Because everything is, you can put it on TikTok. Unlike Instagram, parang that's so Instagrammable, or the place is so Instagrammable. But, pero wala, sa TikTok, you can just do anything.
I
It's so
agree.
nice.
Yeah, the community is so nice. I agree with you. For the second one, Marlina, never have I ever stood up for a person I didn't even know.
Ayan. I have.
Wow. Can you tell us some stories behind it?
I feel like I do it often whenever it's a worker or as part of the service crew, or those who work very hard jobs who don't deserve, There was this one time I was at the mall. I was waiting for it to open. Kasi parang December na nun. So nag-a-adjust nga pala yung mall schedule. Nag-11 siya nagbubukas instead of 10. And then there was this woman who was waiting also. And then sa clock niya kasi, it was already 11. The guard wasn't opening it yet. Kasi wala pa siyang, hindi pa pinipage sa kanya or something na pwede nang buksan. So, he was just doing his job. Ganyan. Pero siya, sinisigawan niya yung guard na, saan nangyari ganyan? Tapos yun talaga, nainis talaga ako sa kanya. After sinabihan ko siya, na sabi ko, pero nakalakad na kasi, nakalakad na siya. As in, sinundaw siya, sabi ko, were you the one yelling at the guard? Tapos sabi niya, yeah. Tapos sabi ko, he's just doing his job. You shouldn't do that. Tapos yun. Yung mga ganong small instances na parang ano bang mawawala sa atin kung maging na lang tayo, no? Marespeto sa kapwa.
Totoo.
So, yun yung ko parang with, yun nga, sa service crew, mga nagtatrabaho in the service industry, they're so overworked, they're underpaid. I'm like, the least you can do is have some respect. And yun lang, sometimes it just really gets, parang isa sa pet peeves ko yun yung pag-rude yung tao, or even ganun na shouting.
Totoo.
And yeah, I feel like may mga ibang times pa, pero yan yung, ewan ko, yun yung nasa top ng head ko when you ask.
Wow, ang galing. Alam mo, sa kwento mo rin, I feel like hindi ko pa siya nagawa talaga personally. Like, feeling ko mas matapang pa rin talaga ako sa social media kaysa sa personal. Parang ganon. Na...
Siyempre, diba, it's, parang I feel like if it catches you off guard then, parang sometimes, diba, parang, and it's not naman na hindi din naman ako ganun dati, parang, na lang din, na-develop na lang with time, na parang, hindi. Parang I wasn't as, parang I've always been outspoken. I've always been maingay since as a child. I've always been maingay. Pero it's different na you're really speaking your mind. I feel like I only fully owned my voice when I was in college.
Wow, I see. So, it gives me hope na it can really be developed over time, right?
Yeah.
For the last one, never have I ever had a different perspective after I spoke on an issue I posted about.
I have. I'm always eager to learn. So whenever I post, like I'm not expecting everyone to agree with me.
Yeah.
So whenever I post, I know that it's open to a lot of people's perspectives. And I forgot what I posted about. Oh, it was last year about I feel like it was the Ayuda program. I forgot what's exactly about, but just some middle. It was about middle class. People in the middle class receiving the assistance program. Na nung time na yun, pinapamigay ng DSWD. It was like 4,000, 8,000, depended on the and then a lot of people who were in the middle class were also wanting to and then I posted na parang I feel like at this point, at this current situation that we are in, where we can, nung time na yun parang sobrang gulo-gulo natin talaga, na parang parang pwede bang mamaya na kayo? parang basically ganun yung ano niya, parang kaya pa natin alam mo yun, parang kapit muna tayo dyan, hintayin muna natin matapos yung kanila. Pero I understand naman that there are also a lot of people who, are saying na we are entitled to it just as much as they are. But I feel like ano siya may ganyan siya na parang ako, I feel like kunyari, sa vaccines, if it's about vaccines, I do think that we are all equally entitled to getting a vaccine for free from the government. Yeah. Kasi, or anything na for service ng barangay, ganyan. Pero ako kasi, I personally felt weird about it because I feel like if hindi pa tapos, yung dun sa as in like, who live meal per meal, I just felt like it wasn't the right time to call for that yet. Pero there were people who really told me who replied to me na parang, but ganyan. So ako, oh yeah, okay, I get you. So yun, parang I edited my post. It was on Facebook kasi I edited my post accordingly when I received more information.
Yeah.
Lalo na some of my friends who parang are older and more into community organizing. So yun, net ko na lang siya. Yun, parang wala namang masama
True. I mean, sometimes kasi dapat ma-normalize na talaga na kapag nabibigyan tayo ng more information, it is normal for our opinions to change.
Yes, oo.
Yeah.
Kasi kahit anong gawin natin, we really don't know everything.
Totoo.
Nothing is absolute until, diba?
Yes, that's why it's so important then to be open-minded to other people's opinions. Yeah. So, Marlina, I just wanted to talk to you about your journey as an activist because you are very outspoken about it, and I just want to know more about it. So, let's start from the first time siguro. I just wanted to ask you, what started your journey as an activist? Like, may isang bagay ba na nag-ganun sa'yo na, okay, I really wanted to do this. I want to fight for this.
Ayun, ako, when I entered college, I was a very sheltered person. Like, I felt like I was really in a privileged bubble. Parang, alam mo yung my only goal when I entered college was like, okay, I want to finish and then I want to have a good job, climb the corporate ladder, be rich, have a family. Ganyan.
Yeah.
And then I got exposed because I went to UP. So I got exposed to more people because I studied in Bulacan up till high school. So it's a little different than there. Medyo mas old school ang lahat. Pero yon, so I went to UP Diliman sa QC naman. So sabi ko, okay. And then I just, they're very outspoken kasi in general about social issues. So parang unti-unti nakikita ko na I don't want to just be here and do things exist just for me. Parang I want to be part of something that is beyond myself. So that's when yung first university-wide elections na naabutan ko, I said, and then kasi when you run there, you get asked about all of these issues in UP and outside UP. So they give stands on everything. And they're all different. There are 3. So that's when I realized na I felt aligned towards one of the political organizations. So I got myself oriented there, and then I joined, and then eventually I became chairperson of that org also. So parang marami naman nang nasa loob. Alam mo yun, na part naman na ng character mo na you respect other people, you care for other people. So it's always been inside. Pero there was never a way to really vocalize it, and I never really felt like there was a space back when I was in high school. So nung nakita ko yun, napunta ako doon ko na-realize na, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to be part of this. And then I got more immersed sa struggle ng marginalized sector, those under the poverty line, or, well, the poverty line is problematic. So those living in poverty na lang. And then that's when I really realized how much it matters to speak out. It's, sometimes kasi I feel like it's underrated. Ganon. Pero being part of, protests, being part of, organizing things, the solidarity, the sense of, I don't just want to sit here and think about the things I wish were different. I wanna do something. And I really believe in the power of social movements because, honestly, everything we have right now, I mean, the rights that we enjoy were struggled for.
Yeah.
Diba? So I really feel like if you want something to change, you need to shout as loud as you can that they have no choice but to hear you. So I think that is the sense of protests and creating public clamor, rallying people. So yun, I just went on from there, and then even when I graduated, I was still pretty active. And then whenever there are issues now, I'd still voice my opinion on it. I do wish that I am more involved. I mean, I feel like I am involved because yung organization ko and yung alumni namin, we're still very much friends and everything. So whenever there are certain issues, we still organize. When there are, kunyari, to help, we also have a group. It's called Among Us Relief Initiative. So we always, try to do something for pero I do miss the old days where I feel like I was more on the ground. Pero I'm still happy now. I feel like I'm still doing my part in some ways. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, I feel so empowered while listening to your story on how you started voicing out. Kasi sa totoo lang, ako rin, 'di ba? Like even Hiraya Pilipina, my business is political. Alam mo
Yeah.
yon. So, it's very important as well for me to speak out and to hear that from a fellow woman like you is also very empowered. I feel so much empowered now. And, Marlena, I want to ask you, since sabi mo, you really started out sa protests, rallies, and everything. So, that's outside social media. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
But right
Yeah.
now, what keeps you going on creating content as an activist and using your voice here on social media? And why do you think it is so important as well?
Actually, what I've done right
Mhm.
now is I actually make my TikTok content more geared towards becoming a safe space. So
Yeah.
it's not as antagonistic. I try not to make it antagonistic or polarizing. That's what I realized because on Instagram I have like an entire highlight for all of my rants. I also make IGTVs about issues. I saw
Wow.
a year ago pala nag-post ako tungkol sa terror bill. But anyway, that's gone. Sorry. Basta yun, I do post like IGTV when there are issues na parang I want to talk about, na I go live, not necessarily to, kasi basta lang para lang ma-save ko sa IGTV ko yung mga thoughts ko, ganyan. But, or sometimes I really do sit down and record it sa phone ko lang, then para meron akong notes and stuff. But yeah, it's some feeling ko on Instagram and Facebook is where I really am more aggressive with activism and really, involving myself in almost every issue that I feel is important, which is a lot. But on TikTok, I feel like I want to talk more about, just mental health, women, self-love, I feel like on rare occasions I might go very political, but I feel like there are a lot of creators who I mean, kaya na nila yan. Parang ganun yung thought ko nung nasa TikTok ako. When I started putting out content, I realized na, because what really hit me, what struck me was kung ano yung first couple of videos ko na nag-gain ng momentum was about about you know acceptance, about looking into yourself, about ano. So when I saw that those gained traction, I realized that we are a generation that is we need love. That's what I feel like. I don't know. We are all a little lost. We're all, when the comments I get are, and I'm sure you get these too, yung mga, thank you for this, I needed to hear this today, I needed to, so dun ko naisip na, okay, I want my TikTok to be like a safe space where you can go and just feel like you're okay, you can, it's more on that side and not so much on the political side. But I do have my other social media platforms for my very, very aggressive. I'm super aggressive on Facebook. I am so aggressive. I curse. I do all that.
I need to follow you on Facebook.
Pero I feel like on TikTok, I wanna be that. I wanna be a safer space. And I feel like sila Dora I went to school with. I feel like kaya na nila yan. Ang dami ng very, very woke sa TikTok. So ako parang I just wanna be here, and I wanna be also surrounded with people. The people who always comment on my TikTok are TikTok friends. They're also very, very positive. They're also very they're also going through a lot, and they're also very kind. Kasi sometimes I see very mean comments, but napansin ko na wala akong TikTok followers or lahat sila parang mabait. Parang I rarely get mean comments or hate comments. I almost never get those. Ayun. Yeah. So parang ako, it's such a cute place.
Totoo. I mean, what you're doing on TikTok is really great. As in sharing your thoughts on that app and us learning from you, being reminded with your words. That is so wholesome. And I just want to say that you're doing a great job on making your TikTok a safe space for your viewers.
Yeah, and you are too. Oh my goodness. Like, you are, and this podcast and your business, I'm honestly like I'm very, very blown away by all of it. And your work ethic, I mean, I'm sure you have a team. I'm sure you all are very, very passionate and very hardworking. I see how you all of Hiraya Pilipinas posts, and I'm like, grabe ang pag nitong mga to, very well thought out lahat ng content mo, very well planned, and very timely, very relevant also. So I think keep going and keep fighting the good fight.
Oh my God, thank you! I feel so empowered once again. Thank you. Thank you, Marlina. It's really great to talk with you. Alam mo yung mga ganitong talks, ito talaga yung kailangan natin sa panahon ngayon eh. A great support system. Grabe. Sobrang kailangan talaga siya. Yeah, thank you. I know that I will stay connected with you even after this talk.
Yes. Someday, sana ma-meet kita in person.
Totoo. Totoo. Let's do that soon. Nagplano sa podcast.
Sorry guys. Meeting na pala namin siya. Sorry.
Oo nga eh. May meet up na palang nangyayari. So, anyway, dito tayo ngayon sa women's rights because nabanggit mo rin siya kanina, and I feel like it's another thing that you're super passionate about. So, can you tell us, Marlina, when did you start being interested in women's rights and speaking up about it?
College was when also. Parang, if I were to talk about my advocacy, because I feel like I have a lot that I care about, women's rights, gender equality, mental health, climate justice, education for all, all those things. But when it comes to what is very, very close to my heart, that I feel like is really part of me, it's definitely women's rights, and all the more as I grew up as a woman, we think sometimes that when you're in college, you're already a little grown up, but I don't. I feel like we always have so much growing to do. I feel like I'm 26, but I still feel like I have a lot of growing up. I mean, not necessarily that I feel like I'm immature. It's not that. It's more on, I feel like I still have so much to experience for me to, be, say, very knowledgeable. Or, I mean, we all have a lot of wisdom in us, but, it's always nice to have more.
Yeah. I mean, learning is a never-ending journey. Habang buhay ka. Yeah.
So what really brings it close to my heart is because I have had a lot. I have had a lot of experiences, and I have spoken about it in other talks, webinars, ganyan. I had one recently. It's itong mga early this year. It was about sexual harassment. It was for an NGO, ganyan. So I feel like those experiences, it lets you, and having a platform to be able to speak about it. And, I had this video that went viral on TikTok saying, yung soundtrack na parang may parang, yung magsiseryoso ka bigla.
Okay,
yung parang,
yeah.
Ano yung ganyan? Bakit yung gano'n?
Yes. So, I think I watched that.
yung parang, hindi ka nagbabra, ano ba yan, ganyan. Tapos parang ako, ba't ka namimilit? Nag-a-adjust ako para sa'yo. So, that was something that ever since I was younger, siguro at 15, 16, being someone who had experienced abuse and harassment and assault even as I got older, in college and even after college. I was sexually harassed at work at my first job in the government. Kasi I was very geared towards public service. So I really did go into the government after I graduated, because some people shy away from the government. But I feel like if things are going to change, we all have to try and be part of it in there. So,
yeah.
But then I had to, I filed the case. I did all of it. I went through with it, but it was mentally, emotionally super draining. Probably the most difficult year of my life was 2017 when all of that was going on. 2016, 2017. And, just seeing how things progressed when I was as early as you can be in grade school, and you get catcalled on your way home, and to college where you get groped in a jeep, or work, you can still, and even after that, by people you trust, it's just seeing how I grew up and it was all there. And things like that, for example, sexual violence, it all stems from the fact that we aren't viewed equally. So it's all a product of sexism, gender stereotypes. So whether it's domestic violence, sexual violence, or even just, having the right pay, equal treatment, and other things, I feel like all of it is deeply rooted in just, gender norms. And I feel like we have gone a long way now, but I feel like there is still so much to be said. And there was a time that I was really tired of it all now, just getting sexualized all of the time. And what turned it around for me, and what started me, I was actually not posting sexy photos on my Instagram until 2020. Parang pag nasa beach siya, ganyan post ako. Pero I always felt shy. I always felt embarrassed na parang I thought that if I posted sexy photos, that I would be inviting that behavior, the sexualizing and the no. I actually thought that I would be partly responsible for that. That's how I felt during that time because I had been through so much. And when we go through these things, even if you know that it wasn't your fault, I mean, your logical that logical part of your brain says it's not your fault, but there's this feeling like you feel dirty, you feel ashamed, and it's all made because of society, also because of victim blaming, of all of that. But I feel like even as a child, when I experienced abuse, I still felt dirty, even when my mind was unadulterated. It was very young, very young, but I felt dirty. It's very interesting how the human brain, works. And I was able to suppress my memories of abuse until I was around 19 years old, I believe. Like around 19 was when it all opened up. There was just this one moment that, triggered it. And then it all went back to me. So it was like experiencing that whole thing again and having to learn to heal from there. Because I feel like at that time when I was younger, maybe it was too much for me. It was too much trauma. It was too much that I couldn't. It was my brain's way of protecting myself to, survive.
True.
And yeah, so I just feel like there is so much to be said. And what made me finally be proud of my body and just, understand that no, it's not at all my fault. It's not. I've been vocal about women's rights na ever since. Pero yung part na yon of me posting my body, last year ko lang siya na finally I made peace with it. Kasi, I always fight for other women, pero sometimes ako, like, I have that inner struggle sa akin. And what did it for me was I did a photo shoot. It was online with this friend of mine na parang sabi, ganito, peg tayo ng ganito, tingin mo. Oh, sige, why not, try natin. So it was a little risky. And then after that, I saw the photos. And I was like, what am I doing? There is nothing wrong with it. My body is beautiful. I finally saw it for what it was, what it is. It's beautiful, it's powerful. A woman's body is so powerful.
Yeah.
And you know what? Kung meron silang sasabihin about this, if someone thinks nasty about it, that's their fucking problem. I was like, I am done carrying this burden. All of the people who harassed me, who assaulted me, who did things to me, I forgave them. I honestly just, no apologies, no nothing, but I forgave them because I don't want to carry that. It's not my burden to carry. They were the ones who took advantage of me, and I was just done with all of it. I said, if I were to carry the burden of thinking about what every man might think of that would be very, very tiring. And it's their problem. It's honestly their problem. It's on them. And I feel like that's also what helped me heal and love myself, was when I finally was able to forgive all of the people who really did violate me. But then I finally understood na, okay, that's on them. Maybe they have a lifetime of growing to do, and I'm sure that, someday maybe they'll look back at it and also, feel guilty about it. I feel like maybe hopefully they'll learn, kasi nung sa pinakahuli kong assault, I was thinking pa, will I take this to court? Will I file a case? Will I do that whole thing again? Of course, because I told my mom about it. And is that my laptop playing? I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Sabi siya, nag-update siya, tapos biglang mag-i-istorbo siya. Anyway, so I was thinking, so I told my mom about it. Of course, broke her heart, but I feel like she knows everything now. I was only able to tell her about everything that happened to me when I was last 2019. So I was able to tell her now because this was 2020, the last thing, the last one that happened to me. And she asked me, she told me, what do you want to do? And I feel like this is a nice then to all the moms out there or the sisters or anyone who's been opened up to when something happens na ganito is she just asked me, what do you want to do? Is there something you want to do? Because sometimes when you say, oh, mag-file tayo ng kaso, nandito ako, tulungan tayo, sometimes because it might not be what the person wants and it just adds some pressure. So, just be there, just let at least they know that if ever you want to do something, whatever route you want to take, that they're going to be there for you. So I said, I feel like there were ways to heal without me asserting that. I feel like I've been through that process already of having a case, and I don't know if I can survive another one. But I did confront them. I did tell them about, what you did was wrong. You can't. They never responded to me, but I feel like the best way I could handle it at that moment for myself mentally and was just to do I feel like yun na yung due diligence that I can do was just to confront them about it and tell them that you can't do that. You can't just, assume that someone is someone wants to do things with you. You can't force people into these things. And I feel like in particular that last one really did take it in, but sabi ko, I can't na. I can't put myself through that, put my mom through that, all of those hearings, attorney fees, and then just basically getting harassed every single hearing all over again, make this lawyer making you feel like you're crazy or you're just making things up or you're slut shaming you or telling you it's your fault. I feel like I've already had enough of it, and I don't think that it's selfish. I feel like some people get guilted into, men and women alike, whenever they face abuse or harassment. I feel like some of them get guilted into filing cases. Na parang, ano yun, paano yun pag wala kang ginawa? Baka mamaya may, baka may iba siyang, baka gawin niya ulit. Pero honestly, if it's gonna kill you, alam mo yun, if it's gonna mentally torture you and you don't have the means for it, kasi mahal din magbayad ng abogado, it's okay. It's okay to protect yourself. It's okay to protect your mental health. And I honestly feel like justice will take its course in another way or form. But yeah, I feel like there are also other ways, like, telling other authorities, like for example, the parents or people who they are close to. And if this is a total stranger, then you can still report what happened, but not necessarily file a case. Kasi if it's you against them talaga, maybe it can be a case in Philippines versus this person. But yeah, if you can't do it, you don't need to force yourself. That's what I feel about it, and it's definitely a heavy burden to carry. And so it's really up to the person. If the person is game for it, if the person has the means for it, then so much power, or more power to her. But if the person is also not game for it or doesn't have the means for it, then more power to her also, just for making that decision. I feel like I was able to file a case before. I did feel like it was for the good. I mean, I won the case. And this person is, it's different. And it's also something with the law that I feel like is the reason why women get discouraged, is because the law is very rigid. The sexual harassment law is very rich. If it's not your superior, it's not counted. If it's same level as you, na employee, it's not even counted. It has to be na meron siyang ascendancy sa'yo. Yung mga ganong bagay. And the acts are very specific. It's not, it's obvious that the person who wrote it was never in that situation. It's not victim centered. You know what I mean? I feel like it doesn't take into account the voice of the victim, and because sometimes what sa kanila, a pat on the back might seem like it's not harassment, but if you felt genuinely uncomfortable about it, then by all means, you have every right to say that you felt harassed, diba? So I feel like the law is very discouraging, and also the jail time for it is like 6 months to a year. Parang ganon. If I remember it correctly, basta 1 year na yung max. And I'm like, grabe, mas matagal ka pang makukulong kung nag-camcording ka sa sinihan. Kaysa,
oh my God, yeah.
Alam mo yung,
hindi,
ilang taon tayong magkokorte. Tapos, for that, and, power tripping pa, so much politics into it. Ay, sabi ko,
yes.
Can
I just say that you are so brave for doing that? I mean, you have gone through that. That is amazing. I mean, you are amazing, and because you are able to, grabe, ang hirap, no? Ang hirap ng lahat ng mga sinabi mo, ng pinagdaanan mo because of that. And I just want to say that you are so brave and you are so amazing. And I know na maraming babae, and actually, that's a very saddening fact. Hindi lang isang babae yung nakaka-experience nito. Like, maraming kababaihan nakaka-experience nito. And that is why it's very important for us to talk about these important matters.
Yeah, and also normalize certain things, like with that, like, with breasts. I feel like, why is everyone so obsessed with breasts?
Oh my God.
Just for breastfeeding. Alam mo yun, it has a function like any other body part. Like, you've just grown to sexualize everything so much. And, people sometimes say, you know what, it's not gonna change, it's not gonna, no. Pero I was like, remember when short shorts was such a thing? I mean, I don't know if you naabutan mo siya, pero ako nung like 11, mga 13, 14 years ago, if you were wearing short shorts, ay, pag titingin ka talaga, parang, promiscuous, ganyan. Ngayon, it's so normal to wear short shorts because it's hot, and like, let's be practical, diba? And I feel like slowly women are able to really just wear whatever they want, what they're comfortable with. So I feel like it's not for nothing. I feel like, no, it will change. We just need to keep talking about it and keep, and I feel like once we just normalize things instead of sexualizing things, then we can honestly move towards, I feel like, less harassment, also less hopefully, I don't know. Pero yun nga, just speaking about it, and that's what I said before sa isa ko ding TikTok, was turning pain into something beautiful. It's also, speaking about these things and just showing na, what, I'm here, I'm here, I'm okay, and I've gone through it. I've survived. I am thriving. I feel I'm thriving in life. I'm happy. So that, and just being maybe someone to somebody else who's going through that, or that's all you can do. Because I can't change the fact that all of those things happened to me, but maybe I can contribute to changing the fact that it would happen to another person pa.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Marlina, what is your advice on women who are going through the same thing as you are? Do you have any words for them?
Yeah, I feel like if you have been taken advantage of, if you have been harassed, if you've been catcalled, first of all, your feelings are valid.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if other people saying, so you just should just suck it up, or like, older people tend to just, ganyan talaga. No, it's not. Don't accept that. Hindi ganun talaga. Ganun lang talaga. It's because they accept it. But we can't accept any behavior like that. And it's up to you if you want to call the person out. If you, ako kasi pag kinakaat ko lang, sinasabi ako talaga, gago. Yeah. Alam mo yun, parang I can't not let you know that you're wrong. But not everyone does that. And that's okay also. Regardless of, like, parang how you deal with it is up to you. But yeah, remember that your feelings are valid. If you ever feel ready to tell a friend or anyone you trust about something you experience, I do think that it helps. Just being able to talk about it. I feel like it's also a part of healing, being able to say it out loud and acknowledge that it happened. And, forgiveness, I feel, it sounds so bizarre sometimes when I say that, na parang forgive your attacker, forgive your, but that's what brought me peace. It's a process though. It's not, at first, I was angry all the time. There was a time that I literally like broke everything in my room because all of these people were trying to help me, my family and everything. And I was like, you know what, no matter what you say, things aren't gonna change. All of these still happened to me. So what? I was so angry. And that's okay. That's part of it too. But ultimately, what I found was I can't let these people have power over me anymore. And what they did is on them. And I never used to understand it when I was told that it wasn't my burden until I really did realize that, damn, sa akin yung ginawa, tapos ako pa yung, alam mo yun, na parang, ayokong doble talo ko dito. Parang ganon. So, and also, I feel like it was also my way to really appreciate my body and, just own it and say, you know what, nothing is, this is not an invitation for harassment. Like, I am proud of my body. I think it's beautiful. I think it's powerful. And whatever it is that happened to you, to anyone, you just let yourself go through what you need to go through, whatever your process is. Because it's different for everyone. Some people heal from it by taking more assertive action. Some people heal through it silently. So yeah, just do what's good for you. Try to protect your mental health as much as you can. If there are people who trigger you, if there's something you can do to remove them from your life, things like that. And if not, well, just know that it won't be painful forever.
Yeah.
There is healing. And all we can do now is, try to help out in whatever way so that it doesn't happen to more people.
Alam mo, habang kinikwento mo yun, may naalala ako. It's this friend of mine. I'm not gonna mention her name anymore, but she took it out on the guy who harassed him on social media, on Twitter. So she made this thread. And biglang sabi niya sa akin, mali ba yun? Parang, syempre maraming nag-DM na sa kanya. Bakit ngayon lang? Matagal na yan nangyari. Parang ganun. Sabi niya, mali ba na ginawa ko yun? And sabi ko, hindi, because that is your own way of taking back your power. Kaya nga nung sinabi mo kanina, a woman who has gone through that has the power, has the capability to own back her power in any way or in any process that she wants to. Kasi process niya yun. And it's just really sad that a lot of us has gone through that, and I hope that this conversation, kahit papaano, has become an eye-opener to some of our listeners, because just talking about these things matter. It matters.
Yeah, and I really feel like to whoever, yun nga, if, like your friend, I see so many other women who, voice out and tell their stories and get attacked for it. Um, you know, uh, uh, it's honestly so devastating for me. Whenever I see it, I just want to protect that. I just want to hug the person, and I just want. Pero yung ano lang talaga is, I feel like in order for them to be able to protect their mental health, there is an acceptance to it that the truth is that till it happens to you, you won't understand how it feels. So all of these people who attack you, it's never happened to them, and then let's just be thankful that it never happened to them. Na parang, okay, I'll just wish you well. I'll just let you be. I'll wish you well, and just ano yun it's their burden na din if they're like that, if they like to attack people, maybe they have a lot of growing and learning to do.
Yeah, and just be the bigger person for that matter. Marlina, actually, that's the final question already. This conversation is so great, and I am so grateful to have talked with you about this. How do you feel? How do you feel after our?
Yeah, I'm also very, very thankful that you decided to have me, that you invited me, because I do highly believe in you as a person and your capabilities and your voice, your platform. It's really powerful. I always think that it's more than what we can ever imagine. Sometimes you don't realize how impactful you may be. So, I'm just thankful, and you keep doing what you do. And honestly, just talking about these things again, and other people hearing it, and hopefully other women, if this helps them, then that already means the world to me. And I feel like it's really what it's about. I feel the dream is to have a platform, and talk about things that need to be talked about. And you're doing it, so
you are doing it too. Yes. So more power to us, more power to women.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Marlina. Can we take a picture before we leave?
Sige.
Yay. Wait lang, yung mic ko na maliit.
Ang cute nga eh.
Okay, ayan. So 1, 2, 3. Ayan. Thank you. Thank you, Marlina.
Thank you so much, Ben.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Sorry ulit, my goodness.
It's okay. No worries. Message me lang about anything. And yeah, let's keep in touch.
Yeah, me too. Like, let's have coffee or something.
Oh my God, yes, please. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a great day.
What stayed with me on this episode is that as women, we all have different ways on how we can take back our power. So it means na hindi dapat natin kinukumpara sa ibang tao kung paano sila mag-cope, because we all have different experiences and we are also different as human beings. This episode was really substantial, and I hope that this has been another way to shed light on important issues. Join our Facebook group, Kwentuhang Pilipina Community. Once again, it is Kwentuhang Pilipina Community, and get the chance to meet like-minded people and also get exclusive updates about the podcast. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Kwentuhang Pilipina. And if you would also love to see more about what I do behind the scenes aside from the podcast, I am also on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube as Your Sunshine Cleo. I hope that this episode has made you feel warm and safe, so do not forget to follow us on whatever platform you are listening right now. I will talk to you again next Monday for another episode. Do not forget to wear your smile today. Bye!